Hello, Louis. Welcome back to the Victim to Victor show. Oh my goodness. I must admit, you just look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
It's your skin.
No makeup. No makeup.
No, and no filters.
No.
Oh my goodness. And okay.
I'm 77.
I know. Wow. And yeah, so hello listeners, if you didn't listen to our last episode, Louis, this is the second time I have Louis on my show, purely because her story inspired me so much that we had so much more to talk about. Green juicing and the benefits of it and how to do it and how not to do it. And Louis has been juicing for the last 20 years and she will inspire you all whilst she drinks her green juice on this show. Amazing. So Louis, what have you been up to since our last call?
So here I am. I have some notes.
Okay.
Because I don't want to forget anything.
Oh,
so let me know when you want to begin.
Of course, yes. So, right, what I want to know is, first of all, how you've been since our last show that we had.
Well, I've been very, 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 very busy editing my new film. Oh, what a labor of love.
Wow.
I'm making shame guilt visible.
Amazing, yeah.
To show how it intersects in our mental, emotional, spiritual, physical bodies, because it's like a negative energy.
It is.
So once people know that, then they know that they can get rid of it.
Yeah,
it's not normal
and it's
to have shame guilt. It's common. It's common.
It is, and it's an uninvited visitor. I remember that from the last show. Yeah, and do you know what? And since our last talk, there's been a lot more talk about shame and guilt. I really do feel like you've started, the awareness about it, because I never used to hear much about it before.
Of course not, because shame guilt only has one defect. Mm-hmm. It dissolves in detection.
Right, of course. Yes, that makes sense. Like, duh.
Duh. And it is a joke. I mean, it's not a joke when you're thinking about committing suicide.
Oh, no.
But, we need to know that the jig is up.
Yes, exactly.
Here you are. We can get rid of you. You don't belong to us. I can kick you out of my personality because now I know who you are.
Yeah, like toodaloo. You're not welcome anymore. Get out.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Wow.
How exciting.
I know. So, and just remind my listeners about your first film that you already have out there.
Yes, it's called Out of Discord into Harmony. And you can see that on my website or on YouTube. Just type in Out of Discord into Harmony. Now, what that is me talking to myself. My anger, my depression, my inner critic. Yeah. So we're all having talks. We're not throwing anybody out. We're not telling them get away. We're not tapping them away. No. We're not yelling at them. We're saying, hi, how are you?
Wow, it is. And I just think that just by watching that film, I think people are going to learn to talk to themselves and know it's okay.
Because how do you make friends? How can you love yourself if you don't know yourself? Oh, people say, oh, love yourself. But if you don't have someone to love, how can you love yourself? I mean, exactly. Eating the good food and buying a mink coat or something doesn't love yourself. You love yourself by finding someone inside of yourself to love.
Yeah. Oh,
so when we find our depression part who got kicked out of its compassion because of shame, guilt, we love them.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It's true. It's true. And so today's talk is about juicing. And do you think it links to obviously how we feel about ourselves?
Well, juicing I'm going to talk about it. And first of all, I'm saying that I am a person, okay? I have a medical background, but if you're very serious about juicing, and if you have some medical problem that needs addressing, like diabetes or metabolic, follow a holistic physician.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is how to do it, why the reasons are, but if you need some help, go to your holistic practitioner or your physician and help him to follow you.
Right.
Now, in the beginning, I was very ill, around 55, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And my doctor, luckily, he was a holistic physician, and he said, Lois, you're very sick, your heart is damaged, your liver is not working, and yes, you probably won't live, but you can start juicing vegetables. Now, he was German trained, and he has the pristine way of juicing.
Yeah.
So he taught me how to juice. And okay, I did other things, but that was the main thing that helped me to start getting well, to heal.
Right.
Okay. Now I'll tell you an experience. I had 30 years of migraine headaches. And I took some drugs for them because if anyone had a migraine headache, you know how horrible it is. I mean, you can't, it's tough. So I was taking some pharmaceuticals for that because that's what you're doing. And of course, your liver gets bad and your kidneys get bad. God. And I mean, everyone knows this, but what are you going to do? So he said, what you need to do is get got to buy a juicer. Right. And he said, I would suggest juicing dandelion greens with carrots. He said, you can do beets, but he said, no, your liver is really bad. So you need the hard things to juice. Okay. So I lived in Sedona, so I went to a garage sale. Sedona's like that. I got a $5 juicer. It was juicer. I forget what name it was, but anyway, the swimmer guy that swam a lot, he had his own juicer and so forth. So anyway, I got the dandelion. Of course, you have to do organic. So I went to the store. We had many organic stores in Sedona. I got the dandelion greens and carrots, and I juiced them. It was a rotating juicer. Okay. And I found that there wasn't much juice coming out of the dandelion greens, but I just said, hey, we got to keep going, keep going. I didn't know much about the way of juicing. No. So I drank it, and within 10 minutes, my headache was gone. No, 10 minutes. I went, oh my God. Did God come down and bless me?
Migraine headaches.
Oh, it was the Jack LaLanne juicer. That's what it was. Okay. Jack LaLanne. Everybody knows him. Now, this is 20 years ago, okay? Wow. So that's all that was really available. And thank God for Jack LaLanne, because he was a juicing advocate. I mean, he swung the English Channel, okay? He had some, right? So, yeah. So, I'm like in shock cleaning the juicer, like my headache's gone. And I felt like a fog lifted from me. Wow, yeah. But I didn't know I was in a fog. You know how that goes. Yeah. I just was better. And then I'm doing laundry, and I was like, had energy, I'm going to do all that. And then all of a sudden, 3 hours later, I'm going, oh, my headache came back.
Oh, goodness.
Sickening headache.
Wow.
Hey, I'll juice. So I juiced again, and it went away. And then I'm doing stuff, and then by then it's evening, and my headache came back again.
Oh, okay.
So I juiced again. And I fell asleep for the night. Yeah. And I woke up and I said, before a headache comes, I'm going to juice. I got this thing. So long story short, I juice 3 times a day.
Okay.
Okay, now that is not abnormal if you're sick.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
sick. I had a poor liver, I had poor kidneys,
Yeah.
and I needed to detoxify because they were not, my liver and my kidneys weren't detoxifying. Okay.
Right. Okay.
But the juicing was helping me to detoxify
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and healing my liver and my kidneys. Now, I have to say, I had physician support. I
Okay.
went to see my doctor and I told him, and he says, Lois, it's okay for you to juice 3 times a day because you're ill, you're
Right.
sick.
Okay.
You do not have to do this normally.
Right.
But if you have a problem, if you are sick, you come to me, we'll keep blood studies, but you keep juicing, and I want you to juice 3 times a day. That's not unusual for people that are sick.
Okay. Brilliant.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
just want to make that very clear. I
Okay.
wasn't healthy like I am here.
Oh,
I
right.
was
Okay.
very sick, and
Yeah.
I was under a doctor's profession. He was helping me. Every day I would
Right.
report to him what I was doing, and he was helping me
Okay.
along. So I want to make that very clear.
Yeah. No, that's
And that's
fine.
where
Yeah.
I started from, being
Okay.
very ill, but I had doctor support and I was juicing 3 times a day.
And you were still taking your medication at this
No,
time?
no, 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 no
You stopped it.
medications, no
Brilliant.
medication.
Okay. Right.
And I
Okay.
felt clear. Every day I felt clear and no headaches.
Wow.
No more headaches.
That's just, yeah. That's
So was it a lot of trouble to juice? I would say no. I
yeah.
felt it was a gift from God.
Yeah.
And then I start looking at different things and learning that Dr. Gersten in New Mexico was a big advocate of juicing, and they juice 3-4 times a day for cancer, for stage
Wow.
cancer, and they were
Okay.
healing.
Right.
So
Okay.
it was a big, big thing to do that was
Yeah.
very, very healthy.
Okay.
Now, I got to tell you this story. I'm juicing 3 times a day. Then I was twice a day. And this went on for a couple months. And by then I had to get my hair cut and all that. So I went to see my beautician, and he was acting very strange to me. And we
Oh.
were very good friends. And he goes, is everything okay? And I said, yeah, I'm feeling really good. He said, you look better. And he said, are you not satisfied with my work? And I said, why do you say that? I
Yeah.
like you very much. I just haven't been available to come get my hair cut. Nobody else is doing anything. I said, what
Yeah.
is the problem? He said,
Interesting.
because who is dyeing your hair? And I said, nobody's dyeing my hair. He said, because your gray hair is leaving. You don't have gray hair
Wow.
anymore.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going, I'm juicing. He says, what are you talking about, Lois? I said, I'm juicing dandelion greens because I got headaches. He said, you still have some gray hair, but it said
Right.
it's only very small amount. And I wanted to know,
Wow.
who are you going to get rid of your hair? Who's dyeing your hair? I said, nobody's dyeing my hair. I'm
You
juicing.
traitor. You traitor. Where are you going?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he said, tell me about this juicing, because he's like in his
Wow.
late 30s, early 40s. He says, because I go to the doctors for my thyroid and I take thyroid medicine. I got arthritis in my hands from doing this and doing that. And
Yeah.
I can't seem to lose weight. And he said, do you think the juicing would help me? I'm going, I don't know.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I
Give it a
said,
try.
just try it. It's only vegetables. It's not like a drug.
Exactly.
He
Oh
said, okay,
boy.
now where do I get it? And I'm telling him how to juice and get the juicer and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
So this is
okay.
20 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So I come in 2 months later, to get my hair cut again. And he's looking very good. And he says, oh, Lois, I'm so happy to see you. And I said, that's nice. He said, I went to the doctor's yesterday. And I said, okay. He said, Lois, I am not taking any drugs. My thyroid is normal. I don't have arthritis anymore. And I have energy that I never had before. Okay. The beautician next to him, heard the story. And she says, what are you talking about juicing? What are you talking about, these dandelions? So I'm talking to her about it. And so she said, I think I'll try it. I said, well, talk to him about how to do it, because I got to go today. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now this is 6 months into this story. Okay.
Yeah.
So I go to the local store to get my dandelion greens and my carrots, and they go, I'm sorry. I said, I thought you just got your supply in on Wednesday. And I said, this is Wednesday. He says, oh no, we already sold out of the greens. He said, there has just been a massive run on dandelion greens. I'm going, oh my God, I better stop talking, because everybody's juicing dandelion greens in the community.
There's none left. Yeah.
I had to go to the next community to get my dandelion greens.
Oh dear.
So it spread. Everybody was telling everybody to juice.
Wow.
Isn't that an incredible story?
That is. Because, I mean, I have looked in the UK. We don't have them here.
You don't? How about chicory? Chicory.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah. Oh, is
chicory. Okay, chicory is a higher hybrid of dandelions.
Right. Okay. There you go.
Chicory.
Chicory. Okay.
Okay. Right. So that's my personal story.
Yeah, I think that's fascinating.
Okay, so I'm telling people about the dandelion greens, and now I probably won't be able to get them.
I know.
But you're in the UK.
Well, yeah, in the UK and now in the States, everywhere around the world, we'll probably, as soon as this is published, I think, there'll be a shortage.
Now, so in my travels, I maybe after a year or so, I'm juicing like 1 time a day. But I did celery and beets and so forth. I did other things. Okay. So I'm just telling you how it all began. And I start to learn about different celery and cabbage and other things like that. But I'll go into that more. But I just want to tell you the value of juicing. So I had to drive from the West Coast to the East Coast. And I'm going, gee whiz, I'll get tired and so forth and so on. But I have to drive because I had a lot of things in my car and so forth. Anyway, so I took my juicer with me.
Oh, it's a big piece of equipment, right?
I don't care. It's more important than my luggage, because without the juicing, I don't go. My body doesn't move.
It's like carrying a toothbrush around, right?
Exactly. So when I stayed at a hotel, because I couldn't do it all in one day, 3,000 miles. So I stopped in the hotel, and there's always a farmer's market around. So I got vegetables, and I juiced it in the bathroom. I juiced and I drank my juice, and I went on. And every place I went, I carried my juicer. People say, oh, you carry your juicer? And I said, I have to have my juicer because it's part of my life. And then so someone said to me, well, I don't feel bad of carrying my electric toothbrush with me. I didn't really care what people thought, because to me, I felt so much better. My health improved every day. Well, why would I not juice?
Yeah, I know. And your energy levels, right?
My energy level and so forth and so on. Okay, now, why juicing and not eating vegetables?
Yes, prime question.
Now, when I juice, like this glass, I have 2 glasses a day.
Okay.
That's 16 ounces. Okay, you can't do 16 ounces in the beginning. Way too much. You start out with 6 ounces.
Okay.
6 ounces, 8 ounces. Your body tells you when. But you got to remember, I've been doing this for 20 years, so my body is used to it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, where was I on that one? Okay, 16 ounces is what I drink a day.
Okay.
Now, I stopped juicing for a couple months because I moved and so forth and so on, and I was feeling really good. And then I felt myself going down. So I started back up again.
Okay.
And I feel good. So this glass, 8 ounces, probably holds 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pounds of carrots.
Wow. Okay. What's in that one? Sorry, carrots and dandelion
That's,
greens.
and I have carrots and dandelion greens in here.
Okay. Right.
So it's probably my husband and I, we juice. And when we juice,
Yeah.
what we use 5 pounds of carrots.
Okay.
And about 2 or 3 punches of dandelion greens.
Okay.
And this is what we make.
Oh.
You cannot eat 5 pounds, 2 pounds of carrots.
No.
First of all, it's not healthy because you have
Isn't
too
it?
much fiber in you. You
Yeah.
can't do that to your colon.
Yeah.
You know,
I can
you know what
imagine,
I'm
yeah.
saying. You put a couple carrots on
Overdose.
a thing, and that's good. But
Yeah.
the fiber is too much. Now,
Too much,
why
yeah.
is the juice so good? The juice goes immediately from you into your digestive tract and disperses to the bloodstream instantly.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be digested. Well, it's digested, but it's liquid and it's usable.
Right.
It's
Okay.
usable, so you can use it right away. That's why my headache was gone in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Because it was immediate. You know
Yeah.
how some people have a heart attack and they put nitroglycerin under their tongue and they feel better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's immediately absorbed.
Immediate, yeah.
This is
That's true.
immediately absorbed.
Into the bloodstream. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's like getting an IV of vitamins.
Wow. Yeah. And this is fresh from the ground, right? It's live.
Yes. So that's why it's so effective.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's no possible way of getting high nutrients unless you juice from vegetables.
Yes.
I mean, you can eat a ton of salads.
Yeah.
But it's got all that fiber in it. I'm not saying don't eat salads. I'm saying that's good.
Yeah.
But for a high nutrients that you need today, we need these. You can get it from juicing.
Yeah.
Because you only extract the juice, not the fiber.
Yeah, that's very true. And so there's also a big hoo-ha about the types of juices out there. So I just wanted to gauge your understanding about what kind of juices we need, because like I have a juicer and the amount of juice that I get is not much at all. You know, when I juice kale and
okay, don't juice kale.
Oh.
It's not a good vegetable.
Oh.
It's because it's the fiber and all. I can't say it's toxic. It's just not healthy.
Okay.
Now, some people say juice kale. I'm talking from Lois experience.
Yeah, yeah.
I get sick every time I juice kale.
Really?
Yeah. And I know other people, it's toxic. I don't eat kale. Don't do kale.
Okay.
From my point of view.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fine. Thank you. Okay.
And if you can, I'm talking from Lois.
Yeah, no. 20 years of experience, guys. Don't forget. And look at
don't do kale.
skin.
Don't do kale. Don't do kale.
But spinach, right? Spinach is good.
It's okay.
Oh.
But you're not going to. I say I'm going to juice. Yeah. So what would I juice? I would juice the highest density that I could find of nutrients. Why would I deal with a lesser quality?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Now, if you go online, dandelion greens chicory is the highest density vegetable at this point.
Oh, is it? Oh my goodness.
It has the most vitamins and minerals in it.
The thing is, when you go online, there's no mention of that.
And you're not going to get juice from spinach. You're not going to get juice from kale.
Yeah, I hardly get anything. But part of the question that I had for you was, is it because I've got a rubbish juicer? Do I need to invest in a lower masticating juicer, one which takes its time?
we can
go into that.
Go into that, yeah. But through the years, I have juiced celery. Celery's good because it has a lot of water in it.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you want to make it more diluted with the dandelions, use celery.
Okay, yeah, and I guess cucumber. That's
Well,
very
cucumbers, you got to watch out because the skin is waxed.
okay.
You have to peel it.
Do you?
Yes, do not juice cucumbers unless they're organic and you actually,
Ooh, okay.
or you can use some type of emulsifier to get the
Oh, so
wax off of them.
what happens when you drink the wax?
It's toxic. You're doing yourself more harm.
Okay. Oh goodness. Oh,
So
right.
yeah, so we have to be 20 years ago, it wasn't as bad as it is now. You know, everything's so okay. In 5 years, I think we're going to be like happy. But right now, we have to be very, very careful. It's a lot of bad stuff out there.
That's a shame. Yeah.
Well, it's sad, but you can be smart. Just be smart. Now, the best way to juice is to grow your own vegetables.
Yeah.
But you got to be careful of the seeds you buy because they're all GMO, except certain ones.
Right.
I tried that. I don't have the time. And the bugs got to them. And there are a lot of people I know that plant their own vegetables and that works. Lois doesn't do that because it doesn't work for me. That's okay. I mean, that's okay. I have to do my movie. So anyway, thank God I found a farmer who lives about an hour away from me.
Okay.
And they have a big production now. It isn't an individual person because they really been able to help and service the community. He has dandelion greens, chicory dandelion greens. Like that's heaven.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. You can't get any better.
And how much do you buy? Do you buy like big boxes full?
So I go there, and it's very nice because he only sells to stores, you know, and he sells to a couple people, but we've been friends for a while. And I taught him how to juice. So everybody I teach how to juice.
Payback time, yeah.
Payback time. So I order like 4 cases and I juice all of them. And then I freeze the juice. Now that's a whole nother story that I'm going to get to. But if people don't have that ability to make them or know a farmer, go to an organic store. There's a lot of them. And get organic celery. Get organic carrots and organic dandelion greens or chicory.
Brilliant.
Okay. Now, you have to wash them off. A lot of people do, you know, vegetable washing and all that stuff. I don't do that because, oh my goodness, you know, it's a lot. Unless, you know, you got wax on them.
Yes.
But I don't fool with the wax. It's like, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
because even celery, I mean, that seems quite shiny as well.
Well, wash it off. Yeah. But what I do is just throw away the top part and take the end part.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's.
I mean, I got to live too. We got to be practical here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I just get rid of the old part and just get the middle part.
Okay. No, that's fantastic.
But celery is really good.
Okay, no, that's good. And it's interesting because obviously we're on this discussion is about green juicing, but you know, you can still have, you know, orange juices like with carrots and
no. One rule.
Okay.
This is a very big rule. Some people do not agree with it.
Okay.
But I agree with it, and I was taught by the best.
Okay.
A holistic doctor trained in Germany in oxygen therapies and juicing. So I take his, and never combine fruits with vegetables.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
Never. Now you can put an apple in your juice, vegetable juice, but that's the only thing, only vegetable, excuse me, fruit.
Yeah. Why apple is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's the only, that's, it just is because of the way it's constructed.
Yeah.
But you have to peel it.
Yeah, the waxy layer, right?
Or whatever, even if there's not wax, you just peel it. You just don't use the skin and you take out the black seeds.
Right. Okay. Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can use an apple.
Okay.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
That's the only one. Now, if you don't believe me, I didn't believe myself either. So I had to test it. So I juiced fruit and put it in a glass.
Okay.
And then I juiced my vegetables and put it in a glass.
Oh,
okay. I put it together and it starts foaming.
Okay.
It doesn't mix.
No. What's that foam? It's something, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't mix. It doesn't join. It fights against each other.
This is it.
So people say, oh, I'm getting so many vitamins. I'm getting this from this and this from that. And you're actually working against yourself. Yeah. It's not going to kill you, but it doesn't help you.
No. I suppose in that situation, it needs an emulsifier.
That's another story. Yeah. But the truth is, you should never juice fruits. No smoothies, none of that stuff, because you're only getting sugar. Okay, it's natural sugar, but can you imagine how much sugar you're getting if you juice a couple oranges, a couple bananas, and a couple peaches?
Yeah.
And you're getting that all at once, like the vegetable juice into your system, you get a sugar rush. Yeah. And if you're diabetic, you're really in trouble.
That's so true. I know.
Okay.
Yeah. And
think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's the worst thing to do.
That is, yeah, absolutely.
Now, when you eat an apple, excuse me, or an orange or a peach, you eat the fiber.
Yeah.
So that delays the absorption of the sugar, right?
Okay.
That's why we don't use it in vegetable juice, because we want it to be absorbed into our system.
Yes.
That's why juicing is so powerful and so good. But you don't want that with fruit. You don't want the sugar to go and you get a sugar rush and get sick.
Oh dear, exactly. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, you talk so. I mean, the amount of times that we've just made a banana smoothie, because it's quite nice and filling. For breakfast we put some protein shake in it. But you're right, it's just so sweet.
Well, because it's all sugar, and they go, "Oh, I love a smoothie." Well, I guess so. I like chocolate candy. Give me a cotton, one of those sugar things that
candy
eat,
floss and
candy floss. Yeah, of course you like it.
Yeah, it's so true. Wow.
So my recommendation is never, ever, ever juice fruit.
Okay.
If you want fruit, please eat it. It's great, but eat it.
Yes.
Don't juice it.
Okay. Yeah.
You're doing yourself more harm. And if you have, I think all of us in this world today have, sugar imbalances because of all the stuff, we're not all that balanced. So you overload with sugar, you're going to set off your, immune system and all sorts of problems.
Yeah.
Sugar is not good for us.
It's not.
Natural sugar in fruit is good for you. Yeah. But to juice a whole bucket load.
I know. And it's like grapes and strawberries. They're just so sugar loaded, aren't they?
Of course.
Oh, God, even just to eat.
One or two, but can you imagine? Oh, we got to juice a whole pint because we got to get the juice, right? Oh my God.
Goodness, I know.
I would be very sick because I had pre-diabetic hypoglycemia. And a lot of us have hypoglycemia because of, the food we eat, not that we eat bad food, but our food is, a lot of it's contaminated. So why would you do that? You just can't do that. You can do it, but I'm telling you not to do it.
For sure, no, and I agree with that, because in my 20s I was eating a lot of fruits, kind of compensating lunches with fruits, and oh my goodness, when I look at my photos I was so chubby because
Well, because of all the sugar. Now, can you imagine juicing that and getting even more?
Goodness, yeah, diabetes alert.
People say, "Oh, I put a couple pieces of spinach in it." And I'm going,
oh dear.
it's a good, it's vegetables. I put 2 pieces of spinach. I'm going, I put 5 pounds of carrots and 3 bunches of dandelion greens.
Wow. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there you're talking. One leaf of spinach is not going to do it.
No, not
But
at
I
all.
tell you, that's what people tell me. Oh, I juice. I put a piece of spinach in all my smoothies. I'm going, I just say, okay, I don't judge.
No, not at all.
And they say, it doesn't help me out, they say. I go, okay, I'm sure it doesn't.
Yeah, I've actually had quite a few comments about juicing saying, oh yeah, I stopped doing it because I wasn't really noticing the benefits.
Well, of course not. If you put 1 piece of spinach in your smoothie.
Yeah, exactly. Oh dear, but this is it, they're not doing it right. And so would you recommend vegetables having to be organic, or can we go for any?
No way at this point in our lives. It must be organic. 20
Okay.
years ago, I could use some vegetable washing or something, but today the GMOs have really taken over. It's just the way it is.
Okay.
It just is where it is. You have to know where you're getting your vegetables from.
Okay.
And there are places, organic farming now is coming up, and support the farmers. And I'll teach you how to freeze them so you don't have to go to the farm every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
We can't,
wow.
let's
Okay.
face it, we got to live too. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
so
yeah.
now let me talk about the juicers for a little bit, because you mentioned the masticating and all. So I use 𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍. That's a rotating juicer.
Okay.
That is a basic one.
Right.
But there's a lot better ones now out there. Not that that's bad. It's just that, there are more options right now. 𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍, 𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍, is a very good quality.
Okay.
It's a little bit more expensive, but it isn't $1,000 like some of the juicers. Those ones that are like the Norwalk and things that sort. They're like in $1,000, and there's a hard time to clean them and everything. Yeah. I'm talking about practical. If it's not practical, it's not easy. You're not going to do it. You're not going to spend 2 hours in the morning juicing.
No, exactly.
You're just not. I wouldn't.
No.
So the 𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍 is a good juicer. Okay. Now, I don't have any allegiance to it. I'm not getting any money for saying its name, but that's what I use right now. Okay. And if you're going to order one, order the bigger one. It's the little one's little. If you're going on a trip, get the little one. But if you stay at home, get the big one. Yes, I carry my juicer with me wherever I go.
And so is it, because I know that there's quite a few where you have 2 cups and one has a pulp in it and one has the juice in it.
Yes, and you throw the pulp out.
Yeah. I
was told, oh, Lois, you're going to make muffins out of the pulp. I go, okay. I'll try anything, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was so sick in my stomach. I found out that the poison of the plant is in the pulp.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So what you do with the pulp is you throw it away.
Yeah.
I put it in the ground. If I see that, I don't want to put in the trash and, but you get rid of the pulp.
Yeah.
You do not eat it. You do not make muffins. You get rid of it.
Just get rid.
Or a cake. You just get rid of it.
Toxic,
Okay.
toxic. Yeah.
It's toxic and you'll get sick. Well, at least I got sick, but it is not.
Okay.
That's why juicing is so good. You
Yeah.
don't have the pulp.
Okay. That's amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Thank you.
Now, when you juice dandelion greens, you're not going to get that much juice out of rotating juicer.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Like you said, I don't get much juice out of it. And you're right, it doesn't. Now, I can tell you what I do, but it's a little bit harder because I have a husband who's very strong.
Right.
Okay. He takes the dandelion greens,
yeah,
and puts them in a Vitamixer.
Okay.
And then mix them all up. People say, oh, you can eat that. No, because it's got the pulp in it.
Yeah.
It's not juicing, right? It's not
tasty.
juicing.
Not tasty.
So what he does, he takes that and puts it in a press, like they make wine, and he turns it and presses it all out. I do not have muscles like that. No. I cannot do that. But he squeezes it out. You know how they tread it on the feet, they smash the grapes up, and they have a presser that you can do that. That's what he does.
Wow.
It's a tin thing and it's got a turn, and he turns it and turns it, and the juice comes out.
Okay. Goodness.
I can't do that.
No.
Okay. But he's very strong. Okay. Yeah. He's a black belt. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So he thinks it's great because he gets exercises.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what we do.
Yeah.
Now that's really nice. However, if that wasn't available, I would get one of those juicers that are they're non-electric, they're the other. Now, Dr. Mercola, I'm sure you probably have heard of him, MERCOLA. He's a very big health enthusiast. Yeah. And I can put his name in the show notes.
Yeah. No,
he
great.
is great because he brought the $1,000 juices into the 100 range.
Okay.
So he has a juicer that you can juice carrots and the dandelion greens and other spinach, to get more juice out of them.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you don't have somebody with muscles that can press, get Dr. Mercola's juicer.
Brilliant.
It's very good, and he even has a video on it. Okay. And it's very good. It really is. It's very good because the omega juicers, they're huge like this, and it takes 2 hours to clean them. You're just not going to do it.
No, exactly. So, and so you would recommend a non-electric juicer?
Well, I don't know if it's electric, but it doesn't have the spinning basket.
Okay.
See, because they say heat destroys the enzymes.
Right.
But that's kind of like, we can't live in a perfect world.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You got,
Yeah, exactly.
So I can tell you, this is what works.
Yeah.
Because if we're going to get 80% of the nutrients, instead of 100, it's better to take the 80 or nothing. So that's what I'm saying.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay. So I use the spinning Breville for the carrots because you need that. You need that strong thing. And then the Mercola one for the other things. But you can use the Dr. Mercola for both.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like what works well for you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. No,
so this is reasonable, it's practical, and you can juice. Now, after I juice with the Breville, and I did not know this 20 years ago, what I do is I have a coffee filter, and I put that in a pitcher, and I still juice, pour it in, and get rid of the rest of the pulp.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So this juice is so 100% that I get no pulp at all.
Okay. Wow. Nice, that. And it's pure.
Like it's almost silk when you drink it.
Wow. And it's live. That's what I love. Because,
It's alive. Now, if you want to be alive and active and healthy, you got to eat alive and healthy, like a lot of vegans are doing, and that's great. But you're not going to get what's in this glass of juice. I'm not going to eat 5 pounds of carrots. I don't care how vegan I am.
So true. Yeah.
And my poor body can't digest all of that. I can eat a carrot. I can maybe eat 2, but that's it.
Yeah.
You're talking 5 pounds of carrots?
Can't do it. No.
Of course you can, but you're not supposed to.
Yeah. This is it. Wow. And the thing is as well about, you know, you said you freeze it. Is it okay to do that?
Okay, now we're getting into juicing. Now, when you juice, they say drink it immediately. Yeah. And that's a good thing because it's live and it's right there. Now, I got very busy because I was healthy and active. And I went to film school and it's like, I got to juice first. So I could juice in 5-10 minutes, clean the juicer, and take my juice with me, drink it in the car on the way to wherever you're going.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, like, you got to live. You know?
True. Yeah.
So my kids were in college and post-grad, and hey, we're all living in a busy world. And they go, Mom, you look so good. And I said, I'm juicing. They said, well, Mom, I can't juice every day. And I said, I can understand that. I mean, they said they work at night. Woman's in med school. And how can I, you know, Mom, it's just like not practical, but I want to juice. And I went, okay. So they came up with, you know, the plastic cups that we have, different cups or paper cups, whatever. Yeah. So they said on Saturday, they get all their vegetables together, they clean them and they juice them. And then they pour it into cups, like 6 or 7 cups, and put the cups in the freezer. Okay. And in the morning, as they're rushing out, they take the cup with them and drink it. Okay, it's going to defrost over a couple hours. But by the time they're in school and they're drinking, they got to drink it that morning. Okay. You know, but it's going to defrost. It's only 6 ounces or 8 ounces. Yeah. And that's how they did it.
Okay. And it's still as effective.
And then I said, gee, and then my husband is saying, you know, we could freeze this. And I'm going, well, they tell you not to freeze them. You've got to drink it right away. I said, but let's give it a try. This is 5 years ago. So I'll have a picture of this and I want to put it on your show notes. We got little plastic bags, you know, like Ziploc bags, like, you know, 5.5 by 7. Now, both of us juice. So we each have 16 ounces. So you can't put it in a little cup. It ain't going to work. No. So we juiced the vegetables, the dandelion greens and everything, and I poured them in the plastic bag, zipped them up, and put them in the freezer.
Okay.
I found, this is me, this is Lois, I found them to be more effective.
More?
I found something, I'm not a chemist, and I wish I had the money to do research on it, but somehow it helps the molecular, again, this is me, Lois, feel like it helps the molecules, I don't know, be more effective, more bioavailable. Bioavailable.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've been doing this for 5 years now.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's...
And I put it in the freezer. Of course, you know, I take it out the next morning and defrost it, chop it up. You know, I don't let it defrost all day. I let it defrost and I'm home working. I mean, everybody's home working today. And then I chop it up in little pieces. And then within an hour or two, I drink it. And it's worked for 5 years.
Wow.
So One day when I get very rich and I get a scientist, I'll prove it. But right now, I can only prove it through Lois.
Yeah. Well, it is. There's something in that when it changes molecular structure from liquid to solid, and then going back down to liquid. It'll be something to do with the bonds breaking and forming.
I don't know, and I don't have that mind to do that, but that's what I do.
Okay. No,
Okay, that's what I do. Now, I try to freeze yogurt, and that doesn't work. So I don't know if you can freeze everything, and they tell you don't freeze yogurt. So that doesn't work. It destroys it. So I know there is something to that, but that's all I can offer is what Lois is doing.
Absolutely. No, that's fantastic. Thank you.
And so that's a way of doing it. And my kids did that. They put it in cups and they running out the door because, you know, everybody's in a hurry. They go in the freezer, pick out the cup. I mean, it's a cup, 8-ounce cup. It isn't like 2, you know, it's an 8-ounce count, and they take it and they put it in the car and they drink it and they chop it down and they drink it and, you know, and they make it work. And she says, I juice on Saturday. I fill up my cups.
Yeah.
And I just eat them, take them as I'm walking out the door.
Perfect.
I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, that's amazing. Where there's a will, there's a way. Instead of having your ice cream or your iced yogurt, have an iced
or your Slurpee.
Yeah, exactly.
You have your juice Slurpee.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Because that's how I saw it. I got a Slurpee, only it's my juice.
Green Slurpee.
Exactly.
I love that. Oh wow.
I do too. So I have to credit my kids for that. And they don't juice as much as I do. But my daughter, her skin got radiant. She lost the extra pounds. And she said, Mom, it's worth it because I don't have to do anything else but juice and I'm healthy. So it's easier. It isn't like I'm putting a hardship on myself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So there's something to do with the enzymes in juicing as well, isn't there?
Okay, enzymes are our life.
Yeah.
Without enzymes, we don't move. We don't go. No of our biological, again, this is very simplistic.
Yeah.
If you want it more, you have to go to a scientist, but enzymes make our biological processes work. It's like putting gas in your car. It works. Yeah. We need enzymes to make us work.
Yeah, biological catalysts.
Cooked food, uncooked food is not, it's nutritious, but it doesn't have the enzymes because enzymes are destroyed with heat. Yeah. I'm not saying don't eat mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and all that. We need that, but we need enzymes. And that's why the plant-based diet is so popular right now because people are getting enzymes. Yes. But I'm saying, can I get more enzymes, please? Because my body really needs it.
Yeah,
without so I juice.
Yeah.
I can't eat 5 pounds of carrots. I can't eat 3 bunches. Believe me, I love food, but I'm not going to eat that many.
Oh, wow. And so, you know, you said about the grey hair as well. Do you think it like we mentioned about enzymes, and melanin is a hormone in the body?
Yes, yes. So, well, enzymes make your biological processes work. What is aging? Aging is a disease of the lack of enzymes. And our body's not working as efficiently as it was in the 20s and 30s. Yeah. It's just simple.
Yeah, it is. As simple as that.
We, you know, our, you know, it's a whole mechanism of aging is that you don't have the telomeres and so forth and so on because it gets destroyed by all the toxins that we keep taking in. Yeah. And also the emotional. That's why I do shame guilt work, because it stresses out the emotions and it stresses out our physical body as well.
It is. It's all interlinked.
So aging is just the result of poor nutrition
Yeah.
and your body not having the ability to compensate. You know, when you're a teenager, you can eat hot dogs and cotton candy and you're okay. In your
Yeah.
40s, you're like, man, that'll kill me. And you're right.
Yeah. Oh,
Because you don't,
goodness.
so you have,
This is
so I
when,
had my grandkids juice. I
oh,
taught them how to juice.
oh, amazing. They have a very prosperous future ahead of them.
So
And
anyway,
yeah. And your
it, it,
skin as well. Obviously, did that
I
look worse in your 50s?
oh, I was dying. You don't
Oh,
look pretty when you're dying.
yeah, true. Yeah, yeah. Oh God, I know. We have to laugh because otherwise you cry.
You would cry.
Yeah.
So
Oh wow.
let's see.
And
So
yeah,
that's
about,
what
sorry, I was going to ask, so wheatgrass. Are you a fan of wheatgrass?
wheatgrass do not use.
Oh,
Do not use wheatgrass. Do not use.
goodness.
It's toxic,
Okay.
toxic, toxic.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, Lois, you know, and I can
Yeah.
tell you some very sad stories, but I won't go into that. Just don't use wheatgrass. At least that's
Okay.
from me. Somebody else will tell you that, but I'm going like, don't eat. Oh my goodness, no. And
Oh
don't buy
wow.
a wheatgrass press because you shouldn't dress some wheatgrass.
Oh goodness, this is interesting because when I've been on a few events and we were having wheatgrass shots.
Mm-hmm.
We were also having oil. What's it? That udos oil as well.
Okay, that's good.
That's good.
That's good, but not wheatgrass.
No.
No wheatgrass, no kale.
Okay. Beetroot.
Beet juice. Beet juice is wonderful
Is
if
yeah.
you can find non-GMO good beets.
Right. Okay.
I cannot find them here where I am.
Ah. Okay. So it's the quality of it.
Beets are wonderful.
Right.
Beets are very powerful. They're wonderful vegetable. Don't do the tops.
No. Okay.
No, don't do
Right.
the tops. Don't do kale. Don't do wheatgrass. And peel the beets.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got to make sure they're good, meaning they're non-GMO. You got to know the farmer or the seeds. I mean, I don't know that. I haven't been able to. 20 years ago, I could find them here in the United States. And I did use beets, and it was very, very helpful.
Oh, right.
I can't find one.
Oh, goodness. Right.
Now, if we talk next year, maybe I'll find one. But it's not the beets' fault. Now, I just learned something very interesting. A lot of our vegetables are now GMO'd.
Okay.
And even if they're not, they cross-pollinate with GMOs.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
Our humanity and our food source has its own genetic blueprint. And left alone, they will revert back to normal.
Right. Okay.
Sort of like us.
Yeah.
When left alone, given the right nutrients, we heal.
We heal. Yeah.
And so our produce, once the GMO thing goes away, which eventually it will, not today, but it will, our vegetables will be so much more accessible. Okay. So don't give up hope.
Okay. Oh, I love that.
Because they will return back to normal.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how long it takes, but you know, it will return back because they have their own genetic sequencing that returns to normal.
Mm-hmm. Wow, it's been an absolute honor to share your wisdom. Did we cover everything? Is there anything else?
I don't know.
So I wanted to ask about, you know, the alkalizing greens, so all the powdered stuff and all of the juices that you get at the supermarkets. What's your views on all of that?
Okay, now, if you see in the refrigerator in a supermarket, carrot juice and I think they only sell carrot juice. I don't know if I've seen some other green juices.
A lot, yeah.
How can that be healthy if you make your own juice and you can have to drink it that day?
Exactly.
What do you have to put in there to make it last for a day or two or 3 or 4? But first of all, it's got to get there. Now, the Norwalk juicer, I think it's about $2,000. It has a special system where it puts air into the juice so that they can sell juice in a bottle and ship it off to a supermarket. I don't know that. I don't understand it all. I have not experienced it because I couldn't spend a couple $1,000s for a juicer. And also, it takes hours to clean it. It's not very practical. For me, it's not practical for me. Now, maybe a healing center or something would have more access because somebody is dedicated to juicing. Because I know some healing centers have a juice section, and this person juices all day for people.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Okay, that's a different. I'm talking about me at home by myself juicing every day.
Yeah.
It's not practical for me. If it's not practical, you're not going to do it.
Yeah, it's true.
So juices in the supermarket, I stay away from because I don't know what they put in it.
Yeah, okay.
Now, one thing I need to caution is that when you make your juice, drink it that day.
Yeah.
You cannot put it in the refrigerator and say, I'll have it tomorrow.
No.
It doesn't have any preservatives in it, and it will make you sick.
Okay.
Okay. So it's live, and you drink it now. Or you freeze it, and then you can eat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it'll just go off in the fridge.
But even if you keep it in the fridge overnight, you still can drink it the next day.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That day, freeze it or forget it.
Right.
Now, I'm going to, in the show notes, I'm putting in a lecture given by Dr. Mercola with another physician. Okay. This doctor puts vitamin C into his juice so that it lasts longer. I have not tried that, so I don't know.
Okay.
All I can say is you juice it, you make it, you drink it.
Yeah.
Or freeze it.
Yeah. And so how about if people want some additional nutrients like alkalis and greens, the powders?
There's fine, but they don't have live enzymes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the difference, yeah.
Live enzymes are the key to health.
Okay.
No matter, and that's why supplements are really good, but they don't have live enzymes.
Not live, yeah. Okay.
And how do you have it? It's live, you drink it, and that's it. And it makes you living. I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Live enzymes give you life.
It's absolutely, yeah. and dead foods give you death.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, okay, that's really oversimplifying it. And you should take supplements. They are very good for you. Oh, I'm saying supplement your life with juicing.
Yeah. And have those as an additional whatever you need.
Now, you hear of people doing juice fasts. That's all they do is juice fasting.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
I can't do that. My body is not good for, I can't recommend, unless and if you do that, you got to be with a doctor because you can get sick.
Okay.
So I can't do that, and I'm married to a doctor. So my body loves food.
Wow, that's amazing. So I mean, I think we've covered quite a lot today.
Yeah, and you can leave my email available if people wanted to ask me questions. But again, I want to clarify, this is Lois. Yeah. And I'm giving practical information for my 20 years. And make it practical, then you'll be able to do it. Yeah. And there's nothing that's more valuable than your health.
This is it.
Because without your health, you have nothing.
What do we have? Exactly.
You have nothing.
It comes before wealth.
I mean, if you can't get out of bed in the morning.
Ugh,
Now, there's a lot of people that have fibromyalgia,
yeah,
arthritic conditions. If they would juice, it would help them out so much because it's all
interesting.
toxins.
Well, I guess cancers and all of the
Oh, yeah,
illnesses,
everything. Yeah. And
toxins,
that's why you
acids.
don't
That's-
acid. Now, dandelion greens are bitter.
Oh, okay.
So people say, oh, it's too bitter.
Yeah.
Well, our taste buds have changed to sweet.
Right.
So we're teaching our body to offset the sugar, and it's more alkaline with the bitter taste. Now, I cannot drink dandelion greens by itself.
No.
It's way too much.
Yeah.
I put carrots in it.
Okay, sweeten.
You have to. Now, if someone's starting out juicing, I would recommend, if you're not diabetic and if you don't have any health problems, juice carrots.
Right. Okay.
That's the best way to begin juicing because they're wonderful. It's like eating an ice cream fudge sundae.
Yeah, it's not green though.
That's okay. It's live enzymes.
Okay. Yeah.
Where it's more important to have the live enzymes than the nutrients, because the nutrients aren't going to work if you don't have live enzymes.
That's so interesting. And the thing is, organic carrots are readily available, like everywhere.
Yes. Now, in the beginning, you can add like 1/3 of water, good water, into your juice.
Okay.
It helps absorb it better.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
I don't know personally, but I hear of people that had very severe cancer and they only juiced carrots and it helped them to heal. It wasn't the only thing they did.
Yeah, no.
But it was a help. And they only did carrots. Again, live enzymes.
Okay. Live enzymes, hear that, listeners. It's not about the type of vegetable. It's
the live enzymes. And that's, again, another reason why the plant-based diet is popular.
Okay.
Live enzymes. They're the key to life.
They are the key to life, yeah.
They are the key to life. Now, it's important to, use it in increments, like start out with 4 ounces and then 6 ounces, and then you can add water to dilute it. It helps absorption. Now, in ideal setting, the best way to drink juice is on an empty stomach.
Right.
Because it goes into it. However, if you just had breakfast and you're running out the door and you want a juice, drink it.
Yeah. Yeah.
As my doctor would say, it's always a good time to juice.
Yeah. And I suppose for people like me, because I love my coffee.
Have your coffee, have your breakfast and juice in the afternoon. That's okay.
Exactly. Because then it's all about enjoying your life as well, right? I mean, there's so many gurus out there saying, oh yeah, cut out caffeine, cut out alcohol. But where's the joy? Where's the joy?
Well, any time, because some restaurants, I don't know now, but when I was in California a long time ago, and they serve juice with your meal.
Oh, okay.
Instead of water or another drink, they would give you juice. They ask you what kind of juice do you want, which is really nice. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. But in the beginning with me at 55, I was very, very ill. I couldn't have breakfast. I was too sick to eat. Coffee made me sick. Food made me. I was very sick. So I juiced.
Okay.
Now that I'm healthy, I have my coffee and I have my eggs or toast or whatever I'm doing. And then by that time, it's lunch and I have juice.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh, I love this. Wow, you've inspired me again on so many levels. That's amazing.
And sometimes I'm going, oh, I didn't finish all my juice and I just had dinner. Oh, I'll just drink it. I mean, it's not a mortal sin.
No. Yeah, absolutely.
So make it a part of your life, because otherwise you're not going to do it.
You're not. Yeah, it's not sustainable. Exactly. Wow. So thank you. Is there anything else? Any other words of wisdom before we close for the day?
Thank you for wanting to know, because it's so easy. It's a lot easier than going to the doctors and getting all these tests. And my goodness, you just juice in the morning or juice a day. It saves you time. You're not losing time because you got health. People that are unhealthy, they're always at the doctors and always taking medicines, always getting tests. It's so much easier to juice.
Just, what, next time you're at the grocery store or the farm shop, just get yourself some juicing vegetables and just juice. It's as simple as that, right? Yeah. As simple as that. That's amazing. So I will be adding links to all of the links that you spoke about, as well as some guides on the best juices out there, and maybe some recipes as well that people can try.
I don't like recipes, because if you put apples and spinach and dandelion greens and carrots and
too much,
all this stuff, your body can't absorb it all.
Nutrient
your
dense.
Body does better with 1 or 2 items, because it can dissolve it easier. Now, if you have celery and spinach and dandelion greens and an apple and cucumber, your stomach's going, when people are very ill, they only drink soup. They can't drink soup and juice and a hamburger. It's too much. Your body does better when it only has 1 thing or 2 things to digest. They say, oh, eat all this and you need this, and but don't eat it all at once. The simpler your juicing is, the more effective it is. Juice only 2 things or 3 things. Don't juice 5 things. Oh, I'm getting so healthy. I'm going, no. 1 or 2.
That's it. 1 or 2, guys. Oh, lovely. No, thank you again. So
I have that's it. That's all there is. There ain't no more.
Oh, perfect. So this has been an absolute honor. And again, I will be adding some relevant information in the show notes. And if you do need to contact Louis or myself, then Louis's contact details are
Lois, Lois 3, Hollis, HOLLIS.com, or my website, loishollis.com. And my Louie's coming out soon. It takes so long. I'm good.
Absolutely. And you can read all about Lois on her website. Again, I'll add that in the link. And I hope you found today's show valuable as much as I did. I think because health is the number one thing in our lives that we need to be looking out for, I think this is going to be one of the most valuable talks that I do. And Lois has been an amazing, again, a second time round on, and I hope to see you again for some more inspiration.
Of course. Blessings.
Oh, bless. Thank you so much. And that's it for today, my friends. I'll see you on the next show. Namaste.